Okay, so I wanted to make a quick video. It might be 3 minutes, might be 60 minutes, mostly about AEW and that the state that it is in right now. And forgot my headphones. But the state that it is in right now, I personally cannot watch it. And the reason for that is for two reasons. The first is the lack of women's matches, or at least lack of storyline connected to it. And the second is the drama behind and backstage. And I want to first start with the women's part, because I know that there in the AEW roster there are several women that are really good wrestlers, and you're telling me that you can only have one match per card for women's matches? And I'm not talking about AEW Dark and Dark Elevation, my bad. I don't count those because those are kind of like mini. I count those as WWE main event and the side shows that aren't really televised. I count Dark Elevation as those, not really a part of a story. And sure, you're racking up wins and losses, but it's not vital. It's not vital. And when there's multiple women's matches on that card, it kind of feels weird, you know? And now I want to get to the backstage drama. And everyone has talked to death about the CM Punk Elite stuff and how that was an entire mess, and that 100% could have been resolved. But recently there has been drama between Andrade and Sammy Guevara. Two, in my personal opinion, good wrestlers. Of course, I remember Sammy Guevara from this video from Brandon Rogers 5 years ago. And then from Andrade, he was from WWE, a really good wrestler. Both good wrestlers, but apparently there was some drama backstage. And apparently, or allegedly, Sammy threw the punch, and instead of both Sammy and Andrade being sent home because, fighting backstage is bad, and both parties should not be able to work, Andrade was sent home, but Sammy wasn't, and he got to wrestle in the main event, and he is partially the reason that his team won. That is dumb. And this isn't the first time that Sammy has been in drama. He had a little feud with Eddie Kingston, and then they had a match, and Sammy won because Eddie choked him out too hard. And that's let's think about that for a second. And it adds a little salt because that was the first time Eddie ever won a match against Sammy, but then it got taken away. It's so dumb. Look, I like AEW, but these kinds of mistakes are going to make AEW or fans of AEW go to WWE. It has to change.